3 mindset shifts you need to make as an entrepreneur. Okay, so I have so much I want to share today, but first, hey guys, I'm Rachael and I blend human design and copywriting. And before we dive into these mindset shifts that I've had to make, and I know that every single entrepreneur has had to make, I want to talk a little bit about what's going on in my world. So I have split things in my business to be honestly more streamlined and scalable. There's the DIY. If you're new and you're just trying to figure out how to articulate and communicate what your offer is, or even figuring out what your offer is, I have so many resources, classes, courses, all the things that will tell you how you authentically communicate, as well as how to translate that to your business, your sales page, your website, all the things. There's a link in the description for that, as well as I am taking copywriting clients again. So excited about this. I really, really want to team up with women that want to take their full expression to the world and create a legacy with their message. And this blends human design, conversion copy, and really understanding who we are, because I do believe, and this is one of those mindset shifts, we have to show up authentically as ourselves, sharing our message in the way that feels the best to us, in order to grow, scale, and leave the legacy that we want, all while living a life that we truly desire, right? Not hustling our ass off, not working 70 hours a week or anything like that. This is doing business in alignment. So if you are looking for a partner, copywriting partner, reach out, let me know. I'm going to leave information about that below too. So today, I really wanted to actually talk about something that I haven't talked about, I don't think ever, is mindset and how that plays a role in your messaging and in human design too. Because for a long time, I'm a huge mindset advocate, but I didn't understand how human design and mindset played together, right? Could you actually follow your strategy and authority and still not get what you want? Is that possible, right? Because so many of the human design people out there teach that if you follow strategy and authority, you get what you want. But how do you know that that's actually true, right? And that's where mindset really comes into play. So there's 3 things that I want to talk about today that need to shift within you and within your mindset in order to have the success that you know is possible, right? We have seen all the big names, people having crazy successful launches and all those things. And we want that too, but we have to think in a different way than probably what we're thinking right now, which is probably why you don't have that success, because the way we're thinking about things is not in alignment with that vision, right? Not that it's wrong or anything like that, but someone that is, 6-7 figure running a CEO business like that thinks in a different way than someone who is struggling to get their business off the ground. So that's what we're diving in today. Number 1, we need to rethink how we think about leverage. And what I mean by this is everything in your life is leverageable, and especially in your business. And this is money, this is your offers, this is how you structure your business. It all can be leveraged, right? Think about social media and creating content all the time. How many people get stuck on the hamster wheel of creating content every single day, making sure they're putting something out there, right? And it's only there for a hot second and then it's gone, right? Especially Instagram stories. You create a story and it's gone within 24 hours. And it can feel like you're just nothing but a content hamster wheel, right? We have to think about how can we create content that can be leveraged. And what I mean by that is being able to reuse, repurpose, and not reinvent, but repurpose and reuse your content across multiple channels. And I even use it multiple times, right? How a few months will go by, I'll post the same thing again and it gets different engagement the second time, the third time, right?
As long as it still aligns with my vision and what I'm doing and what I'm selling, then why not repost that content, right? But you have to have a system in place in order to do that. Same with leveraging money. How can we leverage our investments in ourselves and in our growth so that it is taking us where we want to go? And what I mean by this is that you have to, when you're thinking about investing in a program, in a coach, anything like that, is understanding why you want to take that program or why you want to have that mentor. I really see programs as skill building. Like, are they going to teach me a skill I don't know? And can that skill really help me in my business in some way, shape, or form, right? And if I'm going to hire a coach, I want to know that they have been where I am and they are where I want to go, and they are doing it in a way that I want, right? Just because a coach has been where I am and is where I want to go doesn't mean they did it in a way that is exciting and lights me up or feels right for me. So it's understanding how that coach got there and does that feel in alignment still, right? Really, really important to understand that so you don't wind up in a strategy that's like, I don't want to actually do this strategy, right? Then it can feel like it's a waste of money. It wasn't leveraged, right? So leverage, understanding how your investments, how your content, even the programs that you're creating. I'm really, really big proponent of selling something first and then creating it. I do this with pretty much almost all my programs. Is I create very little of it. I know what it's doing. I know the transformation of it, like the basics of it and the outline of what that program is going to be. But then I sell it and I create it as people buy it, right? If the offer flopped, I'm not out all that time in content creation when nobody bought it, right? And then we've gone through it once, then I can turn it into a passive product. I can turn it into so many other things, right? So I'm not only leveraging my time and making sure that I'm creating something people actually want, but I'm leveraging the content itself and knowing that I'm going to use this far beyond this moment in time. Whether I launch it again or not, it's still content that's going to be useful in my business. So thinking about things that way had revolutionized how I run my business now. And I feel like I've only understood leverage in the last year and a half, and how I can really use everything in my business to catapult me closer to the vision that I am working towards. The second thing is believing in the inevitability of your own success. This has been such a hard lesson for me because I spent 10 years solid not believing in my success and not believing that I was capable of creating a really successful business. I actually was in photography and running a photography business for over 10 years with a whole lot of success. It was a little bit, right? Like, I think I maybe made 45,000 in a year, and that was gross. Like, I struggled big time. And my best friend started an architecture firm and just blew it out of the gate right away. And within a year was like, I had 3 employees working for her. Now, granted, it's a totally different business model, right? But watching her was such a huge gift and a lesson to go, where am I not believing in my own success? I mean, she even talked about, like, she knew from the get-go, like, there was no other option than to succeed, right? It was inevitable. It was going to happen, and it did, and it happened really fast. So I had to sit back and go, oh, why do I not believe in my own success, and unravel a whole bunch of limiting beliefs? And when I did that, that's when this business started to really shift and take form. I wouldn't say it didn't take off overnight because I was still learning like what I actually wanted to do. The MG in me has a really hard time picking things. But once I did, like the vision, the sacral response, like all of these, the leverage, the creating the content, all of it started to just fall into place because I knew the inevitability of my success and I was going to get there. it was inevitable. It was happening, right? So when you get back to it, do you believe that? Do you believe in the inevitability of your success? Because I will say, if you do, you're willing to invest in it. You're willing to do things that other people aren't. You're willing to put yourself out there a little bit more. You're willing to be visible because you know that it's possible. Like, it doesn't. And here's where I want to say that, like, when you believe in the inevitability of your success, the fear of visibility, the fear of failure, and the fear of shit not working diminishes. I won't say it goes away. But it does diminish, because you know that whatever you're feeling right now doesn't matter. You're successful. You're going there. And you just have to work through whatever you're working through in this moment. So really have a heart to heart. Do you believe? Do you believe in the inevitability of your success? Because if you are, then why are you not investing? Why are you not taking those steps that you know you need to do? That's the real meat and the real heart of it. So that's number 2, believing in inevitability of your success. 3 is, the more authentic you are, the more successful you will be. And I will 100% attest to this. And I think if you ask any of the like millionaires out there, really truly successful people, they're out there innovating and doing things differently. They're doing it their way. They're not following someone else's blueprint for success, which this is what kills me about the coaching industry. And I do teach a little bit of like, show what you, how you do things, right? Like what worked for you. But we can't rely 100% on someone else's experience working exactly the way it would for us. That's not how it works. We have to find our own trail and blaze it on our own, right? It's going to have elements of what other people did and, that kind of thing. But you have to blaze your own trail. You have to bust out of the box and say, what do I see as possible here? How can I do it differently? How can I be more me? How can I just show up and not give 2 shits what other people think of me? That's huge. I know so many people that worry a lot about what other people think and don't show up because of it. Guys, I feel like this was a middle school lesson I learned really hardcore, because I was bullied, but made fun of. The people that I felt were friends were the ones that were making fun of me, which is like, just kills you right here, right? Middle school. But what I learned from that is that I am me, and I don't really care what someone else thinks of me, because I'm not going to change for them. Because no matter what I did, it didn't matter. They still made fun of me. So why not be myself, right? That's what I learned. Is that if people are going to make fun of you, why not be yourself? And who cares if they do? And honestly, once you are showing up as yourself and just fully embracing it, then those people diminish. Those people go away, because there's no fuel. They can't add any fuel to the fire, right? You're just like, meh, whatever. It's like a blip on the radar. It doesn't matter, right? Those are the 3 things that I feel in this moment have been the biggest game changers in terms of mindset and allowing me to grow my business in an aligned way, in a way that feels good for me, in a way that's impactful, in a way that I know I can make the biggest difference and still have fucking so much fun in my business, helping clients, working with clients, and allowing me to support my family and do the other things that we love. Growing our garden and changing or fixing our house up and things like that. Like, I freaking love that. Love design. So just to recap, learning how to leverage your content, your programs, your money in order to get closer to where you're going, right? Understanding how all of it can be leveraged to get you to your vision. Number 2 is believing in the inevitability of your success. You are successful right now. Please don't tell me you're not. I did that for so long. I'm not successful until blah. Stop. You are successful right now. No matter what your bank account looks like, no matter what your client roster looks like, you're a success because you're putting yourself out there, which is way more than 90% of the population. The fact that you are trying is successful. Truly, truly believe that. And number 3 is the more authentic you are, the better. Like the more that you can be yourself. And this is, I think, where human design is really so helpful because it shows you exactly how to be yourself, how all those things that you thought were wrong with you or weren't like quote unquote acceptable are actually how your energy works. Hello, I'm an MG and change my mind all the time. Used to beat myself up so much for that. But now it's like, no, this is my superpower. This allowing me to do lots of different things and leverage every single one of them along the way. Like, hello, Beyonce. Like, I feel like that's how she gets all of her shit done. She leverages them. She leverages her time, she leverages her money, and she leverages what she does every single step of the way. Anyway, be yourself for first and foremost. Thank you so much for listening. I would love to know what you think about these 3 things too. Have you found these 3 mindset shifts happen within your own life? Or yeah, what other like big mindset shifts feel like really helped you on your journey? I would love, love, love to hear. Email me, DM me on the socials, all the things. I would love to hear your thoughts on today's episode. And if you leave a review and screenshot it, send it to me, I will give you a 20% coupon to the content library and on anything in there. So please review the podcast. I would love it if you would. And thank you so much. And we'll talk again next week.